Five ways the Arrma Granite 4x4 3S BLX could be better. Well guys, this is an absolutely cracking car, probably one of the best $300 cars out there on the market at the minute. But there are some areas that I do think it could have a little bit of room for improvement. A couple of them I'm going to address in this video, and you'll be able to see how you could change things very quickly yourself. A couple of them are suggestions which I'm going to rely on you guys having your input as to whether yours truly goes ahead with them or not. And one or two of them are a little sort of persuasive arguments maybe to make the people at Arrma think about mods that they could do for this car in the future. Anyway guys, let me get the camera down off the tripod. But if you do like this video, then don't forget to subscribe. And the first thing that could be improved on the car guys is the body shell. You will notice at the rear here, we've got extensive wear on there. Now yours truly had one of the very first Arrma Granites, long before the BLX came out in the United States on there. Exactly the same problem on my original Granite. It just destroyed itself on the body at the back there. So my thought for the day is to have to stop this happening. I'd have put a thicker body shell on there, which yours truly can't do because obviously I don't make body shells. But what you could do is put a sacrificial piece of plastic on there that would maybe be ground flat as the car drags it along the ground. I would not think that would be that hard to do, but ideally done with a new shell. But do let me know your thoughts on that guys. A simple mod to do, just be to put a couple of screws through there and put it on, or even stick it on using some hot glue. Just a thought on there. So that's one thing, how to improve the body. But there's also something else I've thought of that I would be relying on Arrma doing to improve this body. Why don't Arrma make an upgrade kit where you could fit a rollover hoop like I've got fitted on my new Notorious here to the back of the Arrma Granite? It wouldn't be that hard to do. Now, I know what you're thinking, you might be able to fit this on this. You can't. The body shell is too narrow, so you're not going to be able to buy one of these and retrofit it to your Granite. But Arrma, it is a thought, you can make that a couple of centimeters smaller and people could retrofit it to the Granite. So, food for thought there guys. It is an option maybe, but the key thing about this is that it's got the cross brace underneath and that rests on there. Would it be possible to put that in there? Yours truly may give it a go and have a see. If enough people ask, I'll try and do a mod like that for the Granite. Anyway, let's get straight on to point number 2. And the next way you can improve the Arrma Granite would be the wheelie bar. Now you're wondering, why the heck's Rich got an Arrma Big Rock on the side here? Well, this has got the original Arrma wheelie bar that is typically fitted to the back of the Arrma Granite. But this has no flex in it whatsoever. So on very hard landings down on its end like that, because it doesn't bend, the thing fractures. Solution? Well, I've already fitted one to the Arrma Granite, because I did say at the start of the video of a few of the things that in mind as the way to improve the Arrma Granite I've already been able to do in practice or have a solution on the way. And one of which is the wheelie bar. Hope that makes sense. This wheelie bar, fitted from Arrma's arch rival Traxxas, but it's a Traxxas Russell wheelie bar and it flexes. So in the event that it slams down on its end, the bar is just going to bend like that and not snap like the original one fitted to the Granite 4x4. So that's a nice practical one that I've been able to do, and I'll put a link to the video of that if anybody wants to replicate that exact Granite setup. And bearing in mind guys, I've been thrashing the life out of this thing over the past few weeks, and that wheelie bar has proved absolutely outstanding. Only held on by 2 screws mind you. Okay, point number 3, the shocks. On the original Arrma Granite Mega 4x4, the shocks were absolutely terrible. They leaked oil just all over the place. The damping went in no time at all. My Granite 4x4 3S BLX doesn't seem to have suffered too much of the same problems. However, I haven't given it a clean this evening. I noticed we're getting a little bit of oil weep on here. Shen RC has done a great series of videos of he's been trying to address the leaking shock oil problem on here. So one of the things I would say guys is upgrade the shocks on here. Speaking of which, I might have just a thing in mind. And that solution may come in the form of some aftermarket shocks, such as these fitted to my Traxxas Rally. Now these are going to be a different height on here guys, but just to highlight the issue, these are really good shocks, the Hobby Park ones, yours for under 28 bucks on Amazon. So I'm going to get looking online, see if I can find some that by Hobby Park that are the same length as the ones for the Arrma Granite, and fit those to it as a nice new upgrade before the shocks start leaking on the Granite. Okay guys, point number 4, the electrics. Stock electrics, absolutely great. pretty much bulletproof in terms of the reliability on air. However, it occurs to me you could fit the new 4S setup to this car very easily. You might need a couple of upgrades in terms of things like upgrading the diffs to the newer steel ones from the 4S cars, but I could drop the 4S power plant in here. So do people want to see me do that? Have your say right now, guys, because I'm quite happy to go out there, buy the new 4S ESC and buy the new motor, which has got the pack with a fan on the top of it. But that is dependent on enough people wanting me to do it, guys. I will go ahead and upgrade this car, make this a 4S Granite, which should be an absolute blast to drive. And point number 5 has to be something that you can't see here, but is on the 4S cars. It's on the new Creighton and the new Outcast 4S, is that tower to tower bar on there. Now you might be thinking, they're longer, Rich. Yeah, they are longer, but if you were to swap the shock towers out, so that, or whatever the mounting hardware is, so you can fit that bar on there, it would not be very hard at all to like cut a couple of centimeters off of that tower to tower brace on there, and that would be a definite improvement to this car, because I've actually cracked the drive shaft with the chassis flexing on a very heavy landing on there, and also cracked it on the side on there, so that brace would be a definitely good addition on there. Anybody who wants to see me do that, then do comment away below the video, guys. Okay guys, so there we have it. 5 ways the Arrma Granite 4x4 3S BLX could be better. Quite a few of those you can actually do yourself, things like putting a bit of plastic on the back of the body as a sacrificial bit to stop it rubbing and wearing out on there. The wheelie bar you can do yourself at the minute. The shocks, again, a nice easy mod that you could do which provide a good upgrade to the truck. The little cage on the top, well, Arrma, that one's over to you. The electrics. If you want to see me convert this car to 4S, guys, have your say below the video right now. I'm kind of hankering that way, but I need maybe a little bit of persuading from you guys on there. Likewise, I might have a think about building a tower-to-tower brace using the existing Arrma parts and maybe shortening the tower brace rod on there. But that one is over to you guys. I kind of regard this thing as like a two-way street, because actually I learned as much of you guys from people commenting on stuff as you hopefully learn from me. Anyway guys, hope you liked this video. If you did, then by all means subscribe, and if you loved it, do feel free to share with friends. Well, thumbs up if you like this video, guys. Post any comments you might have in the comment section below the video, and hit the circle below to subscribe. And if you do hit the circle, don't forget to hit the bell.